everybody. It's Stephen here for the Idiot Quilter, and it's that time of the year again. Yes, time for the Idiot Quilter Fall 2024 Retreat. When? Saturday, October the 19th, and it will start doors will open at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, and we will run until 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, what is an Idiot Quilter virtual retreat? Yes, it is virtual. It is on Zoom. It is not a YouTube Live. It will not be recorded. So it will be on Zoom. Now, once you have registered, we'll talk about that in a minute, you will be sent the link for that day. But what is it? If you've never been to one of my virtual retreats before, well, they're a whole lot of fun. It's also a chance for you to catch up on any projects that you're behind on. And I know we always have a pile of projects like that. It's also a day where there'll be some special presentations from some very interesting and informative presenters, as well as prizes. Yes, prizes, which take the form of Amazon gift certificates and digital patterns. So there's a lot going on that day, and I hope you'll be part of it. But let's get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? First of all, everything that I am talking about right now, you will find in the show notes to this video as well. So you can print those out later or review them at your pleasure. You don't have to be taking notes while I'm rambling on here. Second of all, this is an absolutely free event. Yes, I said it. It is a free event. It won't cost you a penny. However, I do ask you to register for this event. Why do I ask you to register? Because I have a license for 100 spots on Zoom, and I can handle up to about 95, 96 participants. I have to leave a few spots open for my various camera settings, the technical part of all of this. And of course, I got to leave a spot for Walter, who will be acting as my co-host. Okay. So how do you register? Well, all you need to do is send me your name, first and last, please, and your real name, not an alias, your real name. That's for security reasons. So you send me your first and your last name, and you send me the email address you wish to be contacted at. Now, if it is the same as the email address that you have initially sent me your registration information, you don't need to worry about that. But if it is something different, or you have a preferred email address you wish to have me contact you at, then you'll need to include that as well. Once I have that information, I will put you on the list, I will reserve your spot, and I will send you a confirmation email back within 24 hours, probably more like within 24 minutes for that. Now, that's all you need to do. And once you have registered, I will send you in that confirmation email the link, the Zoom link for the day. All right, have I missed anything out? Yeah, when does registration open? This is important, so please pay attention to this. Registration opens at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, October the 5th. And registration will close on October the 14th, 2024. So that gives you about 2 weeks before the event to register. Now, if you try to register before 9 a.m. on October the 5th, I won't get it. Well, I'll get it, but I'll ignore it because I'm trying to keep this as fair as I possibly can for other people. Now, it fills up very fast, and although I have a 2-week window for registering, you'll want to make up your mind very quickly that you want to attend this event and get your registration in, because if the past retreats have been any indication, I usually fill up within a couple of days, but it will be open for a couple of weeks. Okay, is there anything else I need to tell you about registration? Not really. I've told you that you need to give me your first name and your last name, and you need to give me your email address. Okay, let's see. Now, what happens if the spots fill up before you get a chance to register? I will start a waiting list. And there's always people who register, but then they something changes in their life, because life happens, and they won't be able to attend. So if this applies to you, I ask that you send me an email as soon as you know that you have a life event that is changing your plans for the retreat, so I can open up a spot to someone that's on my waiting list. And the waiting list is on a first come, first served basis. Once I put you on the waiting list, and I will send you a confirmation email saying, I'm sorry, registration is full, but I have put you on the waiting list. I will just go down my list, and as spaces become available, I will insert people from the waiting list to that. And of course, I will send you an email at that fact that says, hi, you're in, so you'll know for sure. Okay? I will keep you informed of everything on a regular basis for all of this, so not to worry. All right, now, here is something that I hate to bring it up, but I need to. The blacklist. Yes, I have a blacklist based on past retreats. People get on a blacklist because on the day of the retreat, they didn't show up. They never notified me in advance that something had happened and they couldn't show up, so then I could put somebody on the waiting list in their spot. So there I have an empty spot that could have been filled by somebody from the waiting list, and that's really inconsiderate to say the least. I keep a record of those types of people, the people who do not notify me. Notifying me on the day of the event is not appropriate unless something completely unexpected and horrific occurred. Then yes, I won't put you on the blacklist because of that. Because, you know, there are certain circumstances, usually unfortunate circumstances in our lives, that prevent us from doing what we have planned to do. I hope that doesn't happen to you. But there are some people, and I hate to say this, but there are some people who decide, oh, at the last minute, I can't go because, you know, I have to babysit the grandchildren. Nobody has to babysit the grandchildren. You can tell your kids, you know, grandma's busy that day, or, you know, suddenly you forgot, or something like that. No, I'm sorry. Those are not reasonable excuses. So I hope that if you're going to join us for the retreat and you're registering, that you are serious about being here. You have this not penciled into your calendar, but you have it penned in. Again, the reason I am hardcore about this is because there are other people, there's always people on the waiting list, and they could have had an opportunity to get into the retreat, and because somebody was inconsiderate, those people didn't get a chance. Okay? I hope you understand that. All right? I'm not cruel by nature, but this comes from past experience. All right, lighter mood. Let's change it back to a lighter mood, shall we? So, you know the date, you know what's expected, you know how to register. So, what else? Well, there's more. Yes, there is. There's a bonus event. The night before, Friday, October the 18th, starting at 7 p.m., all those that are registered for the retreat are invited to attend the pre-retreat cocktail party. That's where you bring your favorite beverage of choice, maybe a snack or two, and you join us for a little socializing. This is an icebreaker because not everybody knows everybody else that's coming to the retreat. And if you're a first-timer as well, you might be a little nervous. There is no need to be nervous. None of us bite unless you want us to. Everybody's very, very friendly. So I find by having this icebreaker cocktail party the night before, it just gets everybody into the mood for having a great time at the retreat the next day. Now, during the cocktail party, we might play a couple of little games, but we're going to try to get to know each other. So be prepared to tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself. You don't have to give away your deepest, darkest secrets. Unless you want to. I joke, maybe. But you can also bring along something you'd like to share with us, something you'd like to show us, maybe something that has a story to it. It doesn't have to be a recent project. It could be something that you made years ago, but it is a little bit special for you. And you can share it with all the rest of us at the cocktail party. Again, that helps us to break the ice, get to know each other. All right, so that's the Friday night. Now, that will be a different Zoom link from the retreat, and I will be sending that out a few days in advance of the cocktail party so that you will have that link. It is a Zoom again, okay? And it is not recorded. It is not a YouTube live. All right. Now, during the day of the retreat, I've already mentioned that we have several presenters who have got some very informative topics, and there will be more information about those presenters coming out in the weeks coming up to the retreat. I always send out an agenda for the day as well, so you know when these events are going to take place so you don't miss them. We're also going to have possibility of a panel discussion, which is something I have never done before on a retreat, on a topic that I'm sure everybody has an opinion about. And my guest presenters and another guest will be participating in that panel discussion. So yeah, but there's lots of time during the day to work on your projects and to socialize as well. I'm not going to fill the whole day up with a whole series of presentations. This is a very relaxed atmosphere, lots of fun. Now, let's talk about prizes. I've already mentioned Amazon gift certificates and digital patterns for people, and I will be doing random draws throughout the day. But here's the kicker. Yes, I'm a nasty person. I chuckle to myself. I have so few thrills. Anyways, I put everybody's name on the big wheel. And at certain parts of the day, I will spin the big wheel and prizes will be handed out wherever the wheel lands. And there are quite a few prizes as well. Not enough for everybody to win one, but more than two. Let's say that, shall we? And less than 50. So that's always fun. But here's what happens. You must physically be on screen when I make the prize draw. If you're not, and your name comes up, and you're not on screen, I'm sorry, we spin the wheel again. You lose. Now, I'm not completely cruel. I'll give you a timer countdown so you know when the next draw is. So you will see that at the top of the screen that I'm on, and you'll know then that if you've got to go to the bathroom, you better go now, because you've got about 5 minutes before the next draw. Okay, now speaking of coming and going during the day, that's perfectly all right. Your spot stays open for the entire day. So let's say you have to pop out for a few minutes because, you're having a fabric emergency and you've got to run down the street to the fabric store to get something. Or something else occurs. You need to make an important phone call or run a quick errand. That is perfectly all right. Your spot is still here and reserved. And you don't need to log out. You can if you wish to, and you can log right back in, or you can just turn off your video. And there's some little icons in Zoom that say that you're away or something like that that you can put up on the screen. Not sure how those actually work, but we'll figure it out if we need to. So yeah, that spot is yours. Come and go as you please during the day. And that's another reason why I send out an agenda, so that if you have to pop out for some reason, but you don't want to miss a presentation, you'll be able to know when it is. Now, I will get the question, and I'll answer it now. Will the presentations be recorded so they can be played back later? That I am not sure of at the moment. I have done that in the past. I may do that for this event as well. I need the permission of my presenters to do that. And if they say it's okay, then, and I think about it, then I will record it and post them on my YouTube channel the following week. Maybe. We'll see how that works out. All right. Is there anything else I need to tell you? Oh, yes. We are going to have a show and share slideshow as well. So if you would like to be part of that, you need to send me one only, please, picture in JPEG format to my email address, We'll talk about the email address in a moment. And you have to send that to me by, when do I want to have that sent to me by? I need to have that by Monday, October the 14th. That gives me a few days before the event so I can create the slideshow. Now, I need your name, first and last, for it, and I need the picture. That's all I need. Do not write me up a description of what you are sending me. I do not need that. I just need the picture and your name, first and last, because this will be a slideshow that will have a sound backtrack to it, and it will play at a certain point during the retreat, and we'll all admire your beautiful creations, but no explanation of them is necessary. Please. And remember, one picture per customer. Okay. Yeah, I think I've just about covered everything. I'm just checking my notes. I've talked about prizes. I've talked about dates. I've talked about when registration opens. Yeah. So in the next few weeks, I'll be sending out email updates and announcements for the channel, or for the retreat will be made on my channel as well. So stay tuned for all of that. I will keep you in the loop as much as I possibly can. So we have a really smooth running day, because when you're doing something with technology, things always let you down. But we'll get through it, and it will be fun. Now, how do you contact me? What you need to do is, on any one of my videos, including this one, go into the show notes. You will find a link where my email address is located. And that's where you send your registration. That's where you send your picture if you want to be in the show and share as well. Okay? That is also where you can contact me if you have any questions. I think I've anticipated one of the questions, which has to do with having your video on. Unless you're away from your computer and you want to turn off the video, that is fine. There'll be some other etiquette things that we'll go over as well, but we can save those for when I send out the announcements, the future announcements for the retreat. Yeah, I think that's it. So recap. When's the date? It is Saturday, October 19th. Doors open at 8 a.m. We run the entire day until 5 p.m. If you want to join the cocktail party, the Icebreaker Cocktail Party, that's the night before, October the 18th, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Zoom links for all of these will be sent out to you once you are registered, and it'll probably come out after it'll come out in your registration confirmation email. I will have a waiting list. You already know about the blacklist. There will be prizes. They'll be fun. Fun, fun, fun. So, I'm excited. I hope to see you. I hope at the retreat. And so, plan to register. But remember, you cannot register before 9 a.m. on October the 5th. Anything before then will not be accepted. Sorry. Got to keep it as fair as I can. Okay. That's it. Any questions? Email me. Thanks a lot. Can't wait. It's going to be a thrill.